What's going on, everyone? My name is Jono, and for those who don't know me, I'm one of the co-founders here at Astalty. Aside from Astalty, I've been working in the NDIS space for 8 to 9 years now. I grew a NDIS business based in Newcastle from 0 to 100 staff in a number of years. I'm still running that business as well. So everything I talk about in these videos is going to be from my own experience as well, and then kind of using that and technology to solve real problems. So in this video, we're going to talk about the recent changes to group pricing and how providers can speed up the process when it comes to making service agreements. If you've been in the space and you've gone through this process, you understand just how much additional admin has been added when you have to put together a service agreement. So we wanted to show you, I guess, how you can cut down on this using Astalty and get service agreements done in 5 minutes or less. So hang around, watch the video, and if you enjoy it, be sure to subscribe because we are putting together many more videos like this in the future. So here we are just going to jump into, we've got Josh's profile right here, and we're going to go down to the budget section, which is where you can find the calculator. Now, the calculator in Astalty is kind of pre-built with all of the NDIS line items, but what you need to do is essentially just tell Astalty, these are the line items that my business uses. So rather than having to skim through hundreds and hundreds, you just have the line items that are relevant to yourself and your organization. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go create a budget, and I'm going to call this one Group Service Agreement. You probably saw that one I'd already created, but I'm going to call this one Group Service Agreement as well. So I select the plan dates and then I hit create. So the great thing about Astalty is the plan dates are stored as well. So if you are creating an agreement, it will automatically kind of pull that data for you as well. So I create that. This one is going to be for 52 weeks. And now I need to build out my service agreement. So as mentioned in the blog, if you're coming from the blog, there are quite a number of kind of like line items now that you have to use since switching from the transitional pricing arrangements to the apportioned pricing. So we're going to dive into that and just make that a bit easier as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let's say that we've got a group. It is a 5-hour group on a weekday. So I'm going to go ahead and do 5 hours per week. The calculator is automatically going to calculate that for us, which is great. And we use the templates here as well. So that's going to pre-populate for us. So that's our first line. Now we're going to do center capital cost. So 5 hours of center capital cost. And we're just going to go select the template. And this is really just how easy it is when creating a service agreement. I just love this workflow. Now let's say for the non-face-to-face, maybe we're going to be doing 10 hours per plan. There we go. Create that one. So now we've got 3 so far, and I might just chuck in activity-based transport as well. The guys are going to be doing some travel on the support, so let's make sure that's included per week. Hit the template. Activity-based transport. All right. Now you might want to change that to 20 per week. Hit create. And now you can do a couple of things. So as mentioned in the blog, again, if you came from there, you can just export that as a PDF. Download that, and then you can send it to a stakeholder, participant, another support coordinator, or you can generate the service agreement. Now with Astalty as well, you can import your own service agreement template so it all looks and feels the same. You've got your own clauses. Everything's laid out the way that you would like it to be. And you can input the custom placeholders. Now, they allow the participants' information to pre-populate on the agreement in all the right spots so that it just makes it so much more easier. I'll show you what I mean. So I hit generate on this one. Now we've got this service agreement is for Josh. Remember, Josh was who was the agreement we were making it for. Now, who the provider is, in this example, we've just got Astalty. Now, if I scroll to the bottom, you have your schedule of supports. Now, all that budget information has been added down the bottom as well. So see how quick it is in comparison to kind of sitting down using a calculator, figuring out the apportioned pricing, dividing that by 2 or 3 or whatever the ratio is, calculating that, writing that number down, doing the next one, going into Microsoft Word, manually adding all of this information. Like, this agreement is between, Josh and Astalty, having to go through, adding plan dates. I haven't got plan dates here. You can add placeholders, so that information does populate in here as well. But it really just saves so much time. So I'm going to go ahead, finish the edit, finalize it, hit confirm. So that's done, finalized. Now, again, in the blog, we talk about making compliance easier. So if you want to create a record and track the expiry date, all you need to do is hit create record, hit record type. Now we're going to create a service agreement for this one. And we're going to use the current plan dates as the expiry date. So the service agreement expires the same time as the plan. And you can set up the notifications in here to alert you 2 days, 2 weeks, whatever you like, as to when it's expiring, so that you've got enough time to kind of sit down, do the budget, get the new plan details, and go through this again if you're continuing to provide that support. So from there, does this need to be signed? We can hit yes, and then that will link to our integration with DocuSign, and you can send it straight from the system. Would you like to send them a copy immediately after it has been signed, yes or no? And I'm going to hit no on this one, and then I'm just going to create the record. And so what that's going to do as well is basically you've got the unsigned version here. But when we send that out for signing as well, the signed version will come back and you'll be able to see both versions, both signed and unsigned. So a huge time saver there for providers who are doing, really any providers who are doing any type of supports, not only group supports, but any type of supports. That really just streamlines the whole process, streamlines your compliance. And I'll quickly show you a report as well where you can kind of see participant records. So you can do things like track the status, missing, and you can see across the business and the organization what documents are missing. So if you are interested in finding out more about Astalty, head over to astalty.com.au, start a free trial. It's 14 days, no credit card required. And then in the meantime, if you need any more help or have any questions, please reach out to the team. Cheers.